Hey everyone, thanks for joining. We're just going to take a couple seconds to get set up. Great, let's get started. Hi everyone, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. Thanks for joining for the Tuesday of Hack Money workshops. We have Rocio and Sam from Transak doing their workshop on ramping mainstream users globally to Web3. Questions go into the Zoom chat and they'll be more than happy to answer them. And with that being said, I'll hand off the mic to the two speakers.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Yes, and hello everyone. Lovely to meet you, and thanks for taking the time to join this workshop. Yeah, as I said, I'm Sam, and with me is Rocio, and we're both from the product team here at Transak on the t-shirt. And so if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and we'll hand them as we go. But yeah, we'll be explaining exactly what we do, and then hopefully how you can use this as part of the hackathon and integrate with us, and then maybe even use us for real in production in the future. So yeah, who are we? What are we doing here? So any of us who've been in crypto for a while will be very familiar with this problem. Everyone says that crypto isn't user friendly. And so this is what we see. We see decentralized apps of all types have a massive amount of bounce of new customers, because basically, if you're a normal person, you haven't been in crypto for ages like some of us, you don't understand how wallets work, how crypto works, gas fees, public-private keys, and then you've got to think about, you want to use a dApp, the process to do that. Well, first of all, you've got to find the platform. Then you need to buy crypto. So you probably need to find an exchange, join up to that exchange, go through KYC, buy some crypto on that exchange. Then you need to set up a wallet. You need to transfer your crypto from the exchange to the wallet. Then once you've got that wallet, you need to integrate it with the app. And then you need to transfer the crypto from your wallet to the app. So, this is something that can take up to a week, lots of costs. There's a whole process that someone has to piece together. You can't do it all in one app. So this is why we see a lot of normal people dropping off, and prevents crypto and all of Web3 reaching its true potential. So this is where Transak comes in. And so one of the key things we believe in is simplifying this process, simplifying onboarding mainstream users into Web3. And there's a few different ways that we do this. And so at the core of it is this crypto fiat API. So we like to say that we're the fiat component, the fiat protocol as part of your Web3 Lego building blocks. And so through that, you can bring in users through KYC, connecting up the rails of the traditional finance world, the traditional world of apps as well, all of Web2, and tying it together to Web3 all in one go. So for a retail customer, they can do that all in one journey, all through Transak. So, you can think of it as a simple journey. User signs up, they go to the dApp, they pay, just like you would pay with PayPal or check out on Amazon or any of those kind of classic web experiences that everyone's familiar with. And then you use the dApp, and that's kind of the simplicity we want to reach. The user just goes to the dApp, and entirely within the dApp can sign up, get their crypto, and use it within the dApp. So there's no bouncing around between different services, getting confused, no worrying about all the complexity of the gas fees, all of that other stuff that you would need to do in order to use the dApp, which at the end of the day is what the normal person actually wants to do, right? So yeah, so we're basically crypto onboarding infrastructure and developer toolkit. The simplest way is a fiat on-ramp as a developer integration. So mainstream users across the world can purchase crypto directly to their wallet through a range of fiat payment methods, bank transfers, card, Apple Pay, Google Pay, local payment methods, etc. So whatever way locally they want to pay, they can pay, buy crypto, have it sent to their wallet, and then use the app. And so we're supporting over 125 countries, crypto across 30 blockchains, over 100 different cryptocurrencies. We've got this massive coverage of pretty much any need you've got. And if there's cryptocurrency that you need to support, we provide the process of adding more cryptocurrency. So we're already expanding our coverage both on the fiat side and on the crypto side. We have off-ramp coming very soon, and so also you'll be able to do reverse. So users will be able to sell crypto and cash out and turn it into fiat to pay their rent or whatever they need to do. But one of the other key bits is reusable KYC. So we can't escape KYC. That's the world of traditional finance. We have to do it, but we can do it in a simplified way. Only do what we really need to do. And also, once you've done it once, you can keep it with you. So anyone who's done KYC through Transak, through any of the various different partner apps that we integrate with, they don't need to do it again. So once you've KYC with us, you can go to any app, on board, and you don't need to go through that process. And so we minimize that pain point for users as much as possible. So how do we work? So yeah, so we're a developer tool, and we allow you to onboard users from fiat. And so kind of the process for a user is they place an order via the user interface that you can add into your app, or you can use our API and build the user interface yourself. User KYCs with a streamlined process. So 90-something% of our users complete that entirely from end to end, getting approved in less than 10 minutes. So super simple, and it's also risk-based. So the riskier the user, the more KYC you need to do. But if you're a low-risk user doing a small transaction, there's much lower requirements for you. Then the user can do a fiat payment. As I said, they can do it through bank transfer, Apple Pay, Google Pay card, whatever they're thinking. We also have a whole bunch of payment types in other parts of the world. And then what Transak does is we convert that crypto and send it to the user's wallet, and then they can use it in the blockchain app. So we cover the fiat payment processing, all of that kind of integration with the world of the traditional finance payment rails. We handle all of the compliance, so KYC, AML, risk monitoring, all of that. We handle chargeback risk. So unfortunately, there are fraudsters who will try and use stolen credit cards to buy crypto, but we handle all of that. So you as a DApp, you don't need to worry about any of that. And we handle the liquidity as well. So buying crypto at the best possible price and selling it to the end users at the best possible price. So, for an end user, rather than bouncing between Binance, Coinbase, whichever to try and find the cheapest price, we're sourcing that from a whole different bunch of sources. So we always provide the market rate to the end user. So from, you folks building a DApp, you don't need to worry about any of that kind of complexity of the traditional finance world, any of that complexity of the compliance related to that part. And you can just focus on your DApp, and we handle that, and your users can get crypto and really easily, and then use your app, which is what all of us want to do. So to tell you all a bit more about us, so we're used in over 100 different apps. So there's a bunch of wallets like Metamask, which I expect a lot of you are familiar with, but also TerraStation, Trust Wallet, Maya. So across multiple different blockchains and different ecosystems. We're in games and NFTs. So Zedrun, which I'll give you a little demo of later, Decentraland, Splinterland, Crypto Blades. So, classic mainstream users want to buy crypto and play a game, but also DeFi as well. So we've got a bunch of DeFi protocols that are integrated with us, and we're adding more apps every single week. So, and as I said, anyone who's already done KYC through one of these with us, they don't need to do again when they use your app, which is really exciting. Cool. So as Metamask is the app that most people are familiar with, use it as a kind of quick case study. So obviously, someone who signs up to Metamask, they need to kind of create a new wallet, go through the seed phrase, etc. But of course, the classic problem they have is, well, their wallet's empty. They don't have any crypto. How the hell do they start getting in crypto? Well, what you can see there on the screenshot of Metamask is a buy button. So we have the receive button, buy button, send swap. But if you click that buy button, you can do that now in the extension or on the mobile app. Then there'll be the option to buy through Transak. So that pops up. So Metamask have added us into both their extension and within their mobile app. And we'll talk more about the ways you can integrate later. And so when a user goes there, clicks buy with Transak, our widget pops up. So in this third screen, that's Transak's user interface that you can add super easily into your own app. And as you can see, the user can choose which fiat currency they're going to pay in, what payment method, what cryptocurrency that they want to buy. All of the information is up front. They can see the fees they're going to pay, all that stuff. And then they can do the entire process of KYC, of confirming the order, doing the payment, putting their card details. All of that stuff is all done within that user interface. And so Metamask has just embedded that user interface, and that's all they need to do. And so once the user's completed that purchase, the crypto is sent to their wallet. Their wallet's no longer empty, and they can use, one of the, hundreds and hundreds of dApps that are out there that integrate with Metamask wallet. So nice and easy way that a user who's, brand new to Metamask can get some crypto in their wallet and start using with it. So we had a question in the chat. Is it only with Metamask? No. This is just one of the examples to explain. And so, yeah, we're in hundreds of different apps, multiple different wallets. So it was just Metamask as an example of a popular app that has integrated Transak. Not at all. Cool. So here's another app that's integrated us. They're called Zedrun. So this is a game. They have like horse racing with horse NFTs. So if I jump across to, yeah. So this is to kind of show you what another integration could look like. So yeah, here's Zedrun, and you can connect up with your Metamask wallet or any of the other wallets that Zedrun support. And so once you go here again, you've got an empty wallet, and they've got this button here, which is top up. And so if you click on that, top up balance, and you can see buy ETH via Transak service with a credit card. And if you click that, then yeah, Transak's user interface appears. And so they've added us here. They've added it as a nice little pop-up. And so then what you can see here is the user can go through the process here and choose what they want to do. So I'm here in the UK, so it's showing me pounds. See here, we're supporting a whole bunch of different assets on Polygon, but the user probably wants to buy WETH. They can buy now. And one nice thing they've done here is, because their wallet's already integrated, they've already filled in the user's wallet address. And we'll talk more a bit about a bunch of different ways you can do this, but yeah, this is kind of another example of how you can add Transak to your widget. Cool. So yeah, a whole bunch of different use cases, and you folks are the people who are going to come up with the fun, exciting new use cases that we haven't even thought of. But most of our end users, let's be honest, want to make some money or use a financial service like an exchange, any kind of debt, DAX, DEX, all the wonders of decentralized finance. But yeah, play games. So we've got all of those crypto games we've got there, social activities, and we've got this question mark because there's all the new stuff that happens in Web3 that no one's ever thought of before, and is coming out new stuff every week. But yeah, so the different partner types we do. So these are the main ones, but you folks will think of new things we haven't thought of. So we get a lot of wallets, investment platforms, crypto and token issuers, gaming, Web3. But yeah, there's kind of no limits to the imagination. Anything where a user needs to buy crypto in order to use the dApp, we can hopefully help you there. Cool. So yeah, under the hood, what do we do? So we provide a widget user interface that the user can make the payment, do the KYC, do all that. So we provide that user interface. But as I said, if you want, you can skip most of those screens and create your own user interface if you want to do that. We handle the KYC. So we have all the personal details of the user. You don't need to know any of the personal details, save that kind of compliance GDPR headache, and we handle all of that. We handle all the risk and compliance. So we risk assess the end users and make sure that they're not doing anything risky and their crypto isn't from a dodgy source, but also they're, they haven't got stolen money that they're paying with. So we handle all of that. We're responsible for it. We're a regulated entity. So we're regulated by the UK's Financial Conduct Authority as a virtual asset service provider, and in the US as a money services business with FinCEN. So we've got the licenses and we handle all of that. So you don't need to worry about the fiat side. You just need to worry about the crypto side. Of course, in the hackathon won't be so much a thing, but any of your future apps, that will be super helpful. Yeah, we handle the fiat payments, so we can offer all of our payment methods. You don't need to worry about any of that. We're handling all of that integration with fiat payments and taking that from the user. The crypto payments, so actually getting the crypto to the user's wallet, we handle that. Pricing and liquidity, so we don't charge any slippage. We basically take the market rate and we make our money by charging a fee on top of each transaction. And so that's all clear in the user interface. You can see the prices that we're charging, the fees that we're charging. We're super transparent about all of that. Also, just kind of for future reference, if you do go live with your DApp in future, you can actually charge a little bit of revenue on top of that per transaction. We provide that as an option. And so therefore, that can be for some of the apps we integrate an extra revenue source that you're basically charging a little bit extra on your users each time they top up their wallet through us. Yeah, and so we've got the integration. We'll explain more a bit how that happens. And then we'll also have a dashboard where you can see the orders, you can see exactly what's going on and kind of control your integration with us. So to give you a bit more of our vision, where we're heading is we want to be a complete developer toolkit, onboarding normal people around the world into crypto. So what that means is we're really trying to serve developers and builders. So all people like you who are building the future of Web3, we want to help you. We want to be tools to support you in all the amazing things that Web3 will bring. We want to deal with all of the legal, compliance, and traditional finance complexity. So as I said, we can focus on that. You can focus on building your DApp. And we want to cover this entire journey of a normal person getting into crypto in blockchain apps. So we're going to be building more and more services to help you reach normal users. We want to create a user experience that's like using the best website. So, you've got your Google account or, Facebook or any of these kind of super popular, really easy to use Web2 apps, but of course, under the hood, we want these apps to be powered by blockchain. And so it's combining that kind of amazing UX that, let's be honest, a lot of crypto doesn't yet have, but like taking that from Web2 and then having Web3 under the hood, but building that as a beautiful user experience. And global coverage. So we're as I said, we're constantly adding new countries, new currencies. We're already in all of the major currencies, 125 countries. So we're already most of the way there, but that will keep on growing as well. And our real dream is a single developer. So a lot of folk like you could build a whole compliant financial decentralized service within a few days. And so hopefully we'll see some of those coming up. But yeah, that's kind of our real dream, is to empower that in the same way that 20 years ago, if you wanted to build a phone app or a website, you had to get the servers, you had to get the law, like there was so much you need to do. Now, if you want to get an app into the App Store and into people's hands, you can do that in a few days. But we want to do that for kind of financial services, all of these very regulated industries that now Web3 can do, and we can help set that up. So all in all, very excited vision. Yeah, so we're already in a bunch of these apps as well, but we really want to hope you folks are the next wave of entrepreneurs, and that's why we put you in. We really believe that some of the projects that will be built in the next few weeks will could be the next big thing. So yeah, on to kind of hackathon. We're offering a $4,000 prize pool, so that's going to be divided among all teams that integrate Transak into your solution. So yeah, all that's required is whatever DApp that you're building, you add Transak. You don't need to have the full production Transak because that requires an extra compliance process. You just need a staging integration, kind of a demo integration with Transak, and then get that properly into your user flow, integrate it properly, and then that's all you need to do. And then every project that's done that will get a share in the $4,000 prize pool. So yeah, how do you go about integrating? So first step is you need to register as a partner and get a staging API key. So that's at dashboard.transak.com. I will also, let me just point out that if you go to our Transak's website, there's also this button here, Partner Dashboard. So all you need to do is click on that, and it will take you to this page. You enter your email address, give a bunch of details. Don't worry about, the company name. There's a few things, you won't have one yet. That's fine. And then that will create an account for you, and then you'll get a staging API key, and that's all you need to start doing the integration. So you don't need to do any of the compliance process, any of that. No, you just create an account, logs you into the dashboard, you get your API key, and then you can start building. It's as simple as that. So we've got our integration docs at integrate.transak.com. And again, if you go to transak.com website, there's a button there, docs. So easy to find. So again, I'll in a second, I'll talk you through those a bit more and give you some of the ideas of the things we can do with that. But we've got lots of documentation there. Yeah, and then all you need to do is, using documentation, work out how to integrate Transak into your app, test it in staging, and so you can do a staging transaction using your card. But don't worry, your card won't be charged. There won't be any real money involved in the staging integration. But as long as that's working, then you can submit your project. Of course, we'll review, and if it passes, you'll get a share in that prize pool. Meanwhile, if you do have any questions on the hackathon, we have two of our colleagues, Harshit and Ani. They'll be available, and so you can ask them questions. Also, we have our own Discord for developers, and also a Telegram group, again, focused on developers, so you can ask questions directly there. Also, in a second, I'll show you Rocio and my emails. Well, actually here, it's very simple, sam@transak.com, rocio@transak.com. So you can also email us, but I would recommend trying the Discord first, because lots of people ask the same questions, and you'll be quicker getting a response there. But yeah, as I said, if not, then we're also available by email. Yes, and there's the Discord in the chat. Thanks, Rocio. So I'm just going to talk a bit about the documentation, just to kind of give you an idea of what that looks like. Yeah, here's our docs. To explain, we've got a little video again. You'll see my face here. Sorry if you don't like seeing it, you're going to have to see it again. That explains, again, a lot of what I've said today. We've got our partner onboarding process. Now, of course, in your case, you're not going live. You don't need to go through our compliance process, get production API key so you can accept real money. But obviously, in future, if you do want to, that's how you do it. And hopefully, some of the projects you build, if you want to take them live, you can totally do that and go through that process. But yeah, this is the bit you want to see, which is the jump right in and start playing around. So this is the explanation of how you create a partner account, access dashboard, and an example of setting up a quick demo integration. And then we've got the how-to guides, so testing your integration and customization and getting help and support. So again, same links you've just seen there. So yeah, so if you want to understand our coverage and capabilities, here are all the different fiat currency, country, and payment methods. So you can see the full coverage that we offer. Also, it's really great to spend some time looking at all the different ways you can integrate and customize. I'll go through them quickly in a second. But also, we've got API, all of that stuff. So there's lots of cool things that you can do. So in terms of integration options, we're very flexible on that front. So we have a browser integration. You can literally have a URL, a button, which opens a new window with URL, Transak. It can be as simple as that to get an integration with us. So that's the easiest way to do it. Or you can embed that in an iframe. So what you saw with Zedrun, that's just a little web page that's embedded in the screen, and they're just doing that in order to show the Transak widget. But if you have an app, so if you're building something for phone, we also have an SDK integration. Really easy to add. We provide, whichever kind of language you want to do, really easy. We can add the Transak widget to your app as well. So that's another option. In terms of customization, we provide a whole bunch of different ways. So pretty much everything you can see on the Transak widget is customizable. You can specify the user journey. You can control the fiat and crypto options for the user. So for example, if your app relies on a particular crypto, you can make it so the users can only buy that crypto, no others. If it's on a particular blockchain, you can say only on that blockchain. You can pass information on behalf of the user. So, if you've already got the user's wallet address because they've connected their wallet, you can pass that so they don't need to re-enter it. If you get the users to sign up with an email address, again, you can pass that. You can skip screens, all sorts of different things you can do. We also have visual customization, and you can choose what data is displayed. So it's really worth reading that and thinking of ways that you could improve the user journey so that users, it's not just clicking a button and then they have to work out what they're doing. You can choose the right options already for the user and make it so that they're doing exactly the right thing they need to use your app. Also, if you want to also do some clever stuff, we have our API. So you can pull data on the countries, currencies, etc. You can pull price quotes if you want to show that before you take through. You can check whether the user's got a wallet address. Won't be necessarily relevant for here, but there's also KYC sharing we can do, which is very clever. There's also, you can pull all order data from users. So, if there's something where the users want to see their previous orders, that's something you could pull up. But also, you can track the user status. So this, we have quite a few partners that use these webhooks or WebSocket. And so that when the users finish their order, you get an update on your app. So, the users, if they're waiting for the crypto to arrive, you can track that. You can track the user status. So, has the user actually completed KYC? You can track all that. And so these are nice ways that you can, guide the user through the process or add extra stuff around the integration as you're doing it. So, yeah, lots of stuff in the documentation, lots of stuff in the API. As I said, pretty much anything you can think of to customize is available. And also, if you have any feedback, any things that aren't clear, we really love getting feedback on how we can improve this, because as I say, we really care about supporting you developers and providing the best options that we can in order to integrate us and create a really great experience for your users. And with that, questions. And so happy to answer any questions you have in the chat. So please fire away.
So, Leonard had a question around mandatory regulation. I'm not sure if, Leonard, you're referring to KYC.
Cool. So in terms of regulations, so in terms of the hackathon, you don't need to worry about any of that stuff because we'll just be doing a test integration. In terms of us, because we're touching traditional finance, we're touching dollars, pounds, etc. We have to follow regulations. We are money services businesses, so we have to be compliant in those areas. Or to be blunt, we can go to prison. So it's not so much a political statement; it's kind of a necessity. But yeah, we take regulation very seriously. But yeah, as we said, we think there's real value in us worrying about that part of the traditional finance world, and you can focus on the crypto side. Cool. Are we looking for Android developers? We have a careers page, so you can go on the Transak website and look at the careers. So we've got positions open, so apply if any of you spot them. Cool. That's a really good question. What's the added value of integrating Transak when it's already on Metamask? Great. So one of the key things is if you've got users who you're telling them to go to Metamask, you then need to tell them, go to Metamask and then buy a Metamask. Well, instead of doing that, you can have a button which is buy, which is basically, I know it's recreating what's in Metamask, but you don't need to explain anything to the user. It's very easy to add. And again, you're just taking them through. And in your case, Metamask is allowing you to buy any ERC20. If your app only works on one particular ERC20, or let's say it only works on Polygon, whatever it is, you can have it so that your user journeys fine-tuned for that. Also, Metamask, as I said, there's lots of things where they're very generic, whereas you might want to skip screens. You can make a much better user experience. And so for the user, they're going through it much quicker. They're topping in the wallet and they're using your app straight away, rather than telling them, hey, open Metamask, then click buy. And also, right, what if you want to use another wallet, right? Not every single wallet, sadly, has yet integrated us. So why limit it to just those users who've got Metamask? So, but yeah, that was a great question.
To that, I would add they could, if they already know their user's wallet, they could even just preload their wallet inside the Transak widget already, and then when they click buy, that will be already there. Is there a way to make the UI look like the user's just buying tokens so that it doesn't even feel like a crypto thing?
Yes, so we do have some options to hide some of the complexities. So you can hide things like gas fees, you can hide a lot of the crypto stuff. So yeah, you can make it look much more that they're just buying and some of that complexity is hidden. Yeah, exactly the reason. So yeah, in the documentation, we have a bit about visual customization, and that explains how you can choose what gets shown to the user.
Awesome. Well, I guess that's it for questions for now. Yeah, as the team said, they are available for immediate response on Discord, on their Discord. So definitely join their Discord if you have any questions about Transak or your projects. And otherwise, Rocio and Sam, thank you so much for taking the time to do this workshop with our hackers. Definitely very useful, very interesting. And for the rest of you, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. The workshop is recorded and also on YouTube for you to look back at any point. So if you need the resource, definitely feel free to go look on YouTube. And otherwise, we have some more workshops happening soon. So definitely hope to see all your faces there. And otherwise, have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone.